Hello there and welcome. I'm so glad you're here with me today. If you're watching this, chances are you care about living your best life, no matter your age. And let me tell you, that's exactly the right attitude to have, especially after 75. Today, I want to talk with you about 10 simple but powerful rules that can truly make a difference in your daily life. These aren't just tips, they're habits that can help you feel stronger, happier, and more connected every single day. So, let's settle in together and explore how a few mindful changes can help you shape the years ahead into some of your very best. I want you to imagine waking up each morning with a sense of purpose, knowing that every day brings a fresh opportunity. Age is just a number, and reaching 75 or beyond is a badge of honor, a sign of wisdom and resilience. But as we get older, it's easy to fall into routines that may not serve us as well as they once did. That's why it's so important to make conscious choices that support our bodies, minds, and spirits. Let's start with something many people overlook: movement. No, I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting heavy weights at the gym. I'm talking about gentle, intentional movement, stretching your arms overhead when you wake up, taking a slow stroll around your garden, or even dancing to your favorite song while making breakfast. Our bodies were made to move, and even the smallest bits of activity can help keep your joints supple, your muscles strong, and your spirits high. You might find that a 5-minute walk in the morning makes the rest of your day feel lighter and brighter. Another essential rule is to nourish yourself well. Food isn't just fuel, it's comfort, connection, and celebration. After 75, your body's needs change a bit. You might notice that certain foods don't sit quite the way they used to, or that you don't feel as hungry. That's normal. The key is to choose foods that are colorful and full of life. Think bright berries, leafy greens, and hearty grains. Maybe you treat yourself to a bowl of homemade vegetable soup, or a slice of whole grain toast with a little bit of honey. Hydration matters too. Sometimes we can forget to drink enough water. Keeping a glass nearby and taking little sips throughout the day can make a big difference in how you feel. Let's not forget the importance of connection. It's so easy to feel isolated, especially if loved ones have moved away or you've experienced loss. But every day offers a chance to reach out. Maybe it's a phone call with an old friend, a chat with your neighbor over the fence, or joining a local book group or gardening club. Human connection doesn't have to be grand. Even a warm smile exchanged with a stranger at the market can lift your spirits. Loneliness is something many people struggle with, but you're never truly alone. There are always people who care and who would love to hear your stories. Another rule that can transform your days is to keep learning. Curiosity isn't just for children. It keeps our minds sharp and our hearts young. Maybe you've always wanted to try painting, or you're curious about the history of your hometown. Pick up a book, watch a documentary, or ask your grandkids about the latest technology. You don't have to master something new. You just have to stay open to experiences. Even learning a few new words in another language or trying a new recipe can bring a delightful spark to your day. Rest is just as important as activity. Our bodies need time to heal and recharge. Don't feel guilty for taking an afternoon nap or spending a little extra time in bed in the morning. Listen to what your body needs. Sometimes sitting quietly with a cup of tea and watching the birds outside your window can be the most restorative thing you do all day. Quality sleep at night is crucial too, so try to establish a gentle bedtime routine. Maybe you dim the lights, read a few pages from a favorite book, or listen to calming music as you drift off. It's also vital to keep a sense of gratitude alive in your heart. Life isn't always easy, and challenges don't disappear as we age. But focusing on the things you're thankful for, a sunny morning, a delicious meal, a kind word from a friend, can shift your whole perspective. Some people find it helpful to write down 3 things they're grateful for each day. It doesn't have to be anything big. Sometimes the smallest joys are the most powerful. Laughter is another rule that's easy to overlook but incredibly important. Watch a funny movie, remember a silly moment from your past, or call someone who always makes you smile. Laughter truly is medicine for the soul. It lightens your load and reminds you that joy can be found in even the simplest moments. Now, let's talk about purpose. Having something to look forward to, no matter how small, can give your days a sense of meaning. Maybe you tend to your plants, volunteer at a local charity, or write letters to loved ones. Purpose doesn't have to be something grand. It's about finding what brings you satisfaction and making it part of your daily life. When you wake up with a reason to get out of bed, no matter what that reason is, you set a positive tone for the whole day. Being mindful of your health is another key rule. This doesn't mean obsessing over every ache or worrying about every little symptom. Instead, it's about paying attention to your body and mind and not hesitating to reach out for help when you need it. Regular checkups, taking your medications as prescribed, and speaking honestly with your healthcare provider are all acts of self-respect. You've spent a lifetime taking care of others. Now is the time to take especially good care of yourself. Finally, remember to be kind to yourself. Aging can bring changes that are sometimes hard to accept. Maybe you move a little slower or find that your memory isn't quite as sharp. That's okay. Treat yourself with the same compassion you'd offer a dear friend. Celebrate your achievements, forgive your mistakes, and give yourself permission to rest when you need it. Each new day is a chance to love yourself just as you are. These rules aren't about perfection, they're about intention. They're about making small, mindful choices that honor the incredible journey you've already traveled and the beautiful road still ahead. You deserve to feel good, to feel connected, and to wake up each morning with a sense of hope and possibility. And the best part is, you don't have to do it alone. There's a whole community of people just like you cheering you on and walking this path together. When you think about what truly shapes a fulfilling life after 75, it often comes down to the little choices you make each day. These daily habits, these rules are not meant to add pressure or make you feel like you're not doing enough. Instead, they can be gentle reminders, guiding you to treat yourself with the kindness and respect you've earned over a lifetime. I want you to think of these rules as companions, not chores. They're here to support you, not to weigh you down. Let's talk a bit more about movement, because it's something that can be adapted to every ability. Maybe your knees aren't what they used to be, or maybe you use a walker or a cane. That's perfectly okay. Movement doesn't have to look a certain way. If you can't walk far, why not try some seated exercises? Even lifting your arms, rolling your shoulders, or wiggling your toes can get your blood flowing and make you feel more awake. You might find a favorite chair in your living room and make it your exercise spot. Set a timer for just 5 minutes, put on some music you love, and gently move whatever parts of your body feel good. The key is consistency, not intensity. And you'll be surprised, those few minutes every day can add up, giving you more energy and helping you sleep better at night. Eating well is another act of self-care that can be truly enjoyable. As we age, our taste buds might change, and sometimes food doesn't taste like it used to. That's a good opportunity to explore new flavors. Maybe you add a little fresh lemon to your water or sprinkle herbs on your food to make it more appealing. If you live alone, it can be tempting to skip meals or just snack. But sharing a meal, even virtually over a video call, can make eating more joyful. If you struggle with appetite, try eating smaller meals more often. And don't forget to treat yourself now and then. Maybe it's a piece of dark chocolate or a slice of your favorite cake. These small pleasures are part of what makes life sweet. Social connection can sometimes feel challenging, especially if you've lost friends or family members along the way. But human beings are wired for connection. Even if you're not able to get out as much as you used to, the simple act of reaching out, writing a letter, joining a phone prayer group, or even waving to your mail carrier can remind you that you're a valued part of your community. If technology feels overwhelming, ask someone to help set up video calls or teach you how to send messages on your phone. These small steps can open doors to new friendships and keep you feeling engaged with the world. Turning your attention to learning, remember that every day is an opportunity to discover something new about yourself or the world. Maybe you find an old radio program that brings back fond memories, or you try your hand at a crossword puzzle with your morning coffee. Some people find joy in journaling, writing down their thoughts, dreams, or funny stories from childhood. If you have grandchildren, share your wisdom with them. They love hearing about how things used to be, and your stories are a treasure that only you can share. Getting enough rest is another gift you can give yourself. If you find yourself waking up during the night, don't fret. Sometimes our sleep patterns change as we get older. Instead of worrying, you might keep a book or magazine by your bed, or listen to a calming audio story until you feel sleepy again. If you find napping during the day helps, go for it. Just try to keep naps short so you're still able to sleep at night. Creating a little bedtime ritual, like rubbing lotion into your hands, saying a prayer, or listening to gentle music, can signal to your body that it's time to wind down. Gratitude is like a light that brightens even the greyest days. When you make it a habit to notice the good things, the chirping of birds outside your window, the taste of fresh fruit, or the comfort of a favorite sweater, you begin to see more and more to be thankful for. Some people keep a small notebook by their bed and jot down a few things they appreciated that day. It doesn't have to be fancy or profound. The point is to tune your heart to the positive, so that even when challenges arise, you remember there is still beauty in each day. Laughter is a tonic that costs nothing and can be shared with anyone. Maybe you watch an old comedy show that always makes you chuckle, or recall a funny story from your school days. If you have a friend with a great sense of humor, give them a call and share a laugh together. Laughter releases feel-good chemicals in your brain and relaxes your body, so go ahead and let yourself be silly sometimes. Finding purpose each day is what gives life color and meaning. This doesn't mean you have to save the world or accomplish great feats. Purpose can be as simple as tending to your houseplants, writing a letter, or checking in on a neighbor. If you've always loved music, maybe you spend a few minutes each day listening to your favorite songs or humming along. If you have a faith or spiritual practice, leaning into that can also bring a powerful sense of purpose. The important thing is to do something that brings you joy and makes you feel useful. Paying attention to your health is an act of self-love, not anxiety. Maybe you keep a little notebook to track how you're feeling, or use a pill organizer to help you remember your medications. Don't hesitate to reach out to your doctor if something feels off. It's not a sign of weakness to ask for help. It's a sign of strength and self-respect. If you're managing a chronic condition, celebrate the days when you feel well and be gentle with yourself on tougher days. Remember, health is about more than just your physical body. It's also about your mental and emotional well-being. And above all, be gentle with yourself. Give yourself grace for the things you can no longer do and celebrate the things you still can. Aging is not about losing value. It's about gaining perspective, wisdom, and the freedom to live life on your own terms. When you treat yourself with kindness, you set a powerful example for others and remind yourself every day that you are worthy of love, care, and respect. If you ever find the days growing quiet, remember that your presence matters more than you might realize. There's a richness to your experiences, a depth to your story that can inspire others in ways you may never see. Every wrinkle, every line on your hands, each one tells a chapter of a life well lived. Sometimes people think that after a certain age, the world wants them to slow down and step back. But the truth is, your wisdom and warmth are needed now more than ever. There's no expiration date on being an important part of your family, your community, or even a stranger's day. You might notice that routines start to matter more. That morning cup of tea, the ritual of watering your plants, or the simple act of opening the curtains to let in the sunlight. These small rituals anchor your day and give it structure. They add rhythm and comfort, turning ordinary moments into meaningful ones. If you wake up feeling a little stiff, Try greeting the day with gentle stretches, letting your body know you're grateful for all it allows you to do, even if it's just moving from one room to another. These tiny acts of care set a positive tone, reminding you that you're worthy of attention and kindness from the moment you open your eyes. Food can be a source of real pleasure, especially when shared. If you have family nearby, invite them over for a simple lunch or dinner, nothing fancy, just good company and conversation. If you're on your own, treat yourself with the same care you'd give a guest. Set the table, use the nice plate, maybe play your favorite music in the background. Savor each bite, notice the colors and flavors, and let eating become a celebration of life's simple joys. And if you're able, try cooking something new every once in a while. It's a wonderful way to keep your mind active and discover new favorites. The power of social connection can't be overstated. Even if you're not someone who enjoys big gatherings, just a few meaningful connections can make all the difference. Reach out to an old friend or ask a neighbor if they'd like to join you for a walk or a cup of coffee. Sometimes, just sharing a memory or a laugh can lift the heaviness that can settle in during quiet moments. And if you're missing someone, write them a letter or send a card. Putting your thoughts on paper is a way to feel close, even across the miles. Remember, it's never too late to make a new friend or rekindle an old connection. Learning keeps your mind sharp and your spirit lively. Maybe you pick up a book you've always meant to read, or join a local class on gardening, art or history. Even puzzles and games can keep your brain active. Consider swapping favorite books with a friend so you can talk about what you've read. If you have grandchildren or young people in your life, ask them what they're learning in school. You might find their curiosity contagious. It's never too late to learn something new, and each new skill or fact is a small victory, a way of reminding yourself that you're still growing and changing. Rest and relaxation are not signs of laziness. They're vital for your health and well-being. If you find yourself feeling tired, allow yourself a nap or simply sit quietly and breathe. Some people find comfort in meditation or prayer, while others enjoy listening to calming music or nature sounds. Experiment and find what soothes you. Give yourself permission to take breaks and let go of any guilt about needing extra rest. Your body is your lifelong companion, and it deserves all the kindness you can give it. Gratitude, practiced daily, can transform the way you see your world. Even on difficult days, there's always something to notice: a flower blooming outside your window, the laughter of children, the taste of your favorite treat. Some people keep a gratitude jar, dropping in a note each time something good happens. Over time, you'll find that your jar is full of small joys, and on tougher days, you can revisit those moments to remind yourself of all the good in your life. Laughter really does lighten the heart. Maybe you find humor in the unexpected, like a mischievous squirrel in the yard, or a memory of a family gathering gone awry. Share these stories with friends and family. They'll appreciate your sense of humor, and you'll find that laughter is a bond that brings people together. Watch a comedy, listen to a funny podcast, or simply let yourself giggle at the little absurdities of daily life. It's amazing how a moment of silliness can lift your mood and shift your perspective. Finding purpose doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it's as simple as caring for a pet, tending to a garden, or volunteering just a little of your time to help others. If you enjoy crafts or hobbies, consider making something to give away: a handmade card, a knitted scarf, or a small painting. These acts of creation and generosity give your days meaning and remind you that you have something unique to offer. Your talents, no matter how small they feel, can bring joy to others and to yourself. Paying attention to your health is a form of respect for yourself and for those who care about you. If you notice new aches or changes, don't brush them aside. Let your doctor know. Keep your health appointments even if you feel fine. It's about prevention as much as treatment. If you have medications, organize them in a way that's easy to manage. There's no shame in asking for help, whether it's from a family member, a friend, or a professional. Taking care of yourself allows you to show up fully for the people and activities you love. Above all, remember the importance of being gentle with yourself. There will be days when you feel strong and days when you feel vulnerable. Both are natural and both are okay. What matters is how you treat yourself in those moments. Speak kindly to yourself, celebrate your achievements, and forgive your missteps. Life is not about perfection, it's about presence. Show up for yourself each day, just as you are, and know that that is enough. Your story is still unfolding, and every day is a new page, waiting to be written with care, hope, and a touch of adventure. Sometimes the world around us changes so quickly it can feel a little overwhelming. New technologies, new faces in the neighborhood, even changes in our own bodies can stir up uncertainty or frustration. But here's the wonderful truth. You have already weathered so many storms and adapted countless times before. Every challenge you've faced has built a quiet resilience within you. That resilience is like a well-worn tapestry, full of colors and patterns that tell your personal history. So when life feels unfamiliar, remember all the ways you've grown before, and let that memory give you confidence as you meet each new day. It's perfectly natural to feel a bit hesitant about trying new things, but curiosity doesn't have an age limit. Maybe you're interested in learning how to use a smartphone or tablet to video chat with family or friends. Don't feel embarrassed if it takes a little time or you need to ask for help. Everyone starts somewhere, and the people who love you will be delighted to guide you. Each step into something new, no matter how small, is an act of courage. And every time you master a new skill, you prove to yourself that growth is always possible. As you move through your days, notice how kindness both to yourself and others makes everything a little easier. On days when energy is low or your mood is a bit grey, treat yourself to something gentle, maybe a soft blanket, a favorite song, or a quiet moment just watching the world go by from your window. Small comforts can be powerful, and when you offer a kind word or a smile to someone else, it's like planting seeds of happiness that can blossom in unexpected ways. You never know when a simple gesture from you might be the highlight of someone's day. One of the gifts of growing older is the ability to see what truly matters. Sometimes that means letting go of old grudges or worries. You've gathered a wealth of perspective over the years, and that can help you release what no longer serves you. If something is troubling you, try talking it out with a trusted friend, or writing your thoughts in a journal. Putting words to your feelings can help lighten the load. And remember, it's never too late to seek peace in your heart. Keeping your mind active can be just as important as moving your body. If you enjoy puzzles, crosswords, or card games, make time for them regularly. These activities are not just fun, they help keep your brain nimble and engaged. And if you find yourself struggling with memory from time to time, don't be hard on yourself. Everyone forgets things now and then. Focus on what you can do, and use little tricks if needed, like writing notes or using calendars. Celebrate the moments when your mind feels sharp, and be gentle with yourself when it doesn't. Staying connected to nature is another simple way to bring joy and calm into your life. Whether it's tending a small garden, sitting on your porch to feel the breeze, or simply watching the clouds drift by, nature has a way of grounding us. Sometimes, just stepping outside and breathing deeply can lift your spirits and help you feel more present. If getting outside isn't easy, bring a bit of nature indoors. A vase of flowers, a potted plant, or even photographs of beautiful places can have a soothing effect. As you continue to care for your health, remember that laughter and lightness are just as important as medication and checkups. Find reasons to smile even on the hard days. Perhaps you watch an old comedy show, swap silly stories with a friend, or recall adventures from your younger years that still make you chuckle. Laughter can be a bridge between generations. Two sharing jokes with grandchildren or friends can create memories that last long after the moment has passed. Purpose often finds us in the quiet moments. Maybe you discover new meaning in simple routines, or you become the family storyteller, passing along traditions and wisdom to younger generations. You might find joy in volunteering, whether it's reading to children at the library, knitting hats for new babies, or helping with community projects. These acts of giving back can remind you how much you still have to offer. Even if you're not able to get out as much as you'd like, your words, your kindness, and your encouragement matter deeply to those around you. And don't underestimate the power of dreams at any age. If there's something you've always wanted to try, a new hobby, a trip to a special place, learning to paint or play an instrument, give yourself permission to pursue it. Sometimes just planning or imagining these adventures can bring a sense of excitement and hope. Life is full of second chances and new beginnings, whether you're 75 or 95. Above all, remember that every day is a gift, and so are you. There will be ups and downs, days when you feel strong and days when you need more rest. That's all part of the beautiful rhythm of life. Celebrate your milestones, no matter how small they seem. Take pride in the steps you take each day to care for yourself and stay connected to others. Your journey is uniquely yours, shaped by love, challenge, and the choices you make, one day at a time. As you move through your routine, let these gentle rules be reminders, not of what you must achieve, but of how much you deserve to feel well. Stay engaged and savor the moments that make life meaningful. There is no rush, no race, just the steady, joyful act of waking up each day with open eyes, an open heart, and the willingness to shape this chapter into one of joy and fulfillment. If you've ever doubted the impact of your daily choices, remember that every sunrise is a new invitation. You get to decide in small ways how you want to feel as you move through your day. That decision isn't just about what you do. It's about how you see yourself and the kindness you extend to your own heart. Each morning you have a fresh page, and even the tiniest actions, stretching your arms, greeting your reflection with a smile, savoring your first sip of tea can, set the tone for the hours ahead. You're not just filling time, you're filling your life with intention and care. As the world around you continues to change, let yourself change with it, gently and at your own pace. When you try something new, whether it's a recipe, a way of moving, or reaching out to someone you haven't spoken with in a while, you're sending yourself a message. I am still growing, still curious, still alive with possibility. That spark inside you doesn't fade just because the calendar pages turn. In fact, it can shine brighter as you honor your own needs and passions. Every connection you nurture, every moment you spend listening or sharing, ripples outward. You might notice how a simple phone call can brighten someone else's day, or how your laughter brings comfort to a friend. These are not small things. They're the heartbeats of community. Your wisdom, shaped by decades of living, is a gift not just to those around you, but to yourself. Let yourself receive as well as give. If someone offers help, companionship, or simply a listening ear, accept it with the same grace you've shown others for so long. You deserve support and warmth too. When you look back on the moments that shaped you, the joys and the hardships, you might see how each one has given you a certain strength, a calm that comes from knowing you've already overcome so much. Trust that strength. Let it remind you that you're equipped to handle whatever comes next, even if it's unfamiliar. There's a quiet confidence that grows with age, a knowing that you can move at your own pace and that it's okay to ask for help or to pause and rest. Continue to celebrate your own story. Maybe you share your memories with family, or you write them down so future generations can learn from your journey. Your life is a living legacy, and the lessons you've gathered are more valuable than you might think. Even if you don't always feel wise or strong, your story has depth and meaning. You're part of a tapestry woven with love, courage, and experience. Make time for gratitude, not as a duty, but as a gentle awakening to the beauty that still surrounds you. Even on days when aches or worries weigh heavy, let yourself notice something good: a bird's song, the taste of fresh fruit, the comfort of a familiar voice. These moments add up, forming a cushion of joy and peace beneath your days. And when you catch yourself wishing for the past or fearing for the future, remind yourself to come back to the present. This day, this breath, this gentle step, This is where your life is happening. You can find meaning right here, in the routine of making your bed, the pleasure of tending your plants, or the quiet satisfaction of a well-loved book. Each small act is a way to honor yourself and the life you've built. As you continue to follow these daily rules, let them be gentle guides, nudging you toward comfort, connection, and curiosity. There's no need for perfection, only presence. Give yourself the gift of patience, forgive yourself when you stumble, and embrace each day with softness. You are still shaping your life, moment by moment, with every choice you make. So take a deep breath and know that you are exactly where you need to be. The years behind you are full of lessons and laughter, and the days ahead are waiting for your unique touch. You are not alone on this journey. With each sunrise, you have the power to shape your story, to bring light into your days, and to live with gratitude and hope. Thank you for letting me share this time with you. May the days ahead be filled with comfort, joy, and the quiet confidence that comes from living a life shaped by love and intention.